Welcome to the channel. Presented by the Beeline Entertainment, LLC. Enjoy the show.
People, what's good? Yo, check it out. Welcome to the Beeline ENT, LLC. What we got for you? First off, we got the Beeline Webshow on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, talking a little of everything. Then we got Straight Through the Rope, STR, baby, Wrestle Talk, where we talk all things pro wrestling. Next up, we got the Show Off Show, that's right, the Beeline ENT Entertainment. And then on Sunday nights, we going live on the line with that group panel discussion. Check us out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe. Also, pick up some merch. The Beeline ENT LLC. Let's go.
WTW, Wrestle Talk Wednesdays.
Check it out. First at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we got the Commission Talks, baby. Me, Brian B., Warren Marlowe, the American Prodigy, and of course, your man Dre on Wheels from the 1130 podcast, talking that wrestling. Yeah, join us Wednesdays. And after that, of course, you got STR Nation, baby. Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. Brian B., Slim, Lay, Ray, that's right. Come join us. Leave your comments, fantasy book, and show the world who you care about in pro wrestling. Wednesday nights, WTW. Let's go. People, check it out. Are you looking for great content? You want to laugh? You want to talk about some serious stuff? Hey, whatever you're looking for, I guarantee you can find it at Opulence Radio, a black-owned radio station with great content. Check out all the shows. Yeah, it's a lot to talk about. Enough for you to enjoy. Check out Opulence Radio at www.opulenceradio.com. Download the apps today.
Everybody should know. Check it out. Your boy Brian B is trying to go live on TikTok, baby. Follow the Beeline ENT. Head on over to my channel. We got a lot of content. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. Check us out. Follow us, the Beeline ENT LLC. I'll see you there.
2,000 years later.
It's game time. It's game time.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Get more W. That Gentlest energy drink mix that's going to power you through your gaming, content creation, whatever you're doing, is there for you. Enter that promo code BrianB NRG and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one. 'Cause there's something special about you.
People, it is time. The introduction episode of what's that? What the hell is that? What is the Beeline, people? What have you been seeing on your computer screens, on your social medias, on all of these different platforms that I've been trying to reach out and branch this new idea that I've had forever? Well, I'm here to tell you. Welcome to the introduction of the Beeline. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a new podcast / TV show that I'm putting together. I've had in storage for a couple years now. It's been a little bit of time that I let pass by without doing this idea. I am your man, the one you will get used to knowing, the voice that you will get used to hearing, Brian B. That's the name. Don't wear it out. Don't wear it as a hat. Don't wear it on your body. Don't wear it in anything. I am got sitting next to me. If you don't know, you will find out. His name is J.D. the Mouth. You ain't going to know why we call him that. He ain't going to have too much of a mouth this time. He's still working some stuff out here at the Beeline. But you know what? This is what we're trying to do, man. This is the beginning of a new era for me. I've been, like I said, working on this for a long time. It's been a dream of mine to have my own platform to discuss things in the world, things that I want to question, things that I want to bring to more people's attention, maybe branch out more into, different topics and world situations and everything like that. Like, it's a lot going on right now, people. This is the damn near best time ever to discover yourself.
Straight to the point, baby.
It's going down in
3, 2, 1.
People, that's your boy!
Brian B.
Let's go.
Back on the Beeline. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited.
is the influence you have.
Again with strangers.
You gotta be a queen to baby's ass.
Hold on real quick.
Knows the hands of fate.
People, it's your boy, Brian B. Welcome to the Beeline Web Show. Let's go.
Man, listen, check it out. People, what's good? What's happening? What's going on? It's me, it's Brian B. Check it out, guys. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a little emotional, y'all. Like, as you guys saw, that video that just played was the very, very first video I ever put out. That was the first video that I ever put out for the Beeline. The Beeline Web Show was the very first show that I began this, this group with, whatever you want to call it. Like, this was the very first thing that I did. I started the Beeline 10 years prior to doing the actual podcast and everything, before I even knew what a podcast was, to be real with you. And that was the first episode I put out, man. That was the introduction episode. And then there was episode 1, and we started counting them down from there, man. But I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Beeline Web Show. This is Tuesday night. It's always been on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. For the last 4 years, I've been getting behind this microphone at some time of the month. As time has been going by, and I've been giving you guys content. I've been giving you guys shows, interviews, whatever, man. And let me tell you something. It's been some of the happiest times of my life, man, just doing this and engaging and meeting people and, everything that this has grown to be, man, the friendships, the connections, the information that, you learn, that you gain from different people, from talking to them over the years. It's been incredible, unbelievable. But listen, we ain't done yet, yo. It's crazy to think about it, but we just getting started, yo. It's not even close to over, man. It's like, it's bigger than it's ever been. If you would have told me while I was sitting there making that video with JD the Mouth, and I'm over here just thinking I'm going to get in front of a camera or in front of a microphone and just talk some shit every week, just talk some shit. Think about what I'm doing, going through jobs, going through family life, going through problems. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really even know where I was in life when I first started doing this. You know what I mean? That honestly, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start. So it's like, to think 4 years later, to think about all the shows that we've done and the people that I've met, from just regular people, man, people talking about their problems, people talking about things that's helped them throughout life, celebrities, even, you know what I mean? Like, wrestlers. It's been unbelievable. The journey has been unbelievable. And to know that it's still going, it's going harder than it's ever been since I started. It's phenomenal, man. I'm very, very happy. Thanks, Slim. Really appreciate everybody that I've met on this journey. Today, everybody who's watching tonight, thank you guys so much. I was going to have a couple more people on. IT Tip was supposed to come on. We've had kind of a crazy week, man. It's been kind of a wild week, these last couple of weeks or whatever. So we're kind of just, getting everything done. I wanted to come on. I thought it would be awesome to play back some past clips and stuff like that, so you guys can see the people who just started watching us recently, maybe haven't had a chance to watch the earlier shows, see where the developments came. You feel me? Like, one of the biggest things that's developed over the time has definitely been the background, man. The background, when I first started, we just literally had, if you saw, it was just black. It was nothing in the back there. And then, of course, the Beeline web show, the first banner we ever had, is actually still in the back. I still have it. My mother actually made that for me when I started this journey and stuff like that. She surprised me with it. And then that's where we got the banner from. So it was awesome, having something to show the name of the picture and everything like that or whatever at the beginning. And then the back just kept growing, man. Just different things that I love and things that I thought you guys would like to find interesting. I've had people hit me up like, hey, man, I was trying to see what, movies you have or what posters you have back there. What do you got all back there? And one thing I've never done is a tour. I should probably like a tour of how the office looks and everything. A lot of fun in here, decorative. But yeah, man. So today we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna watch some clips from old shows. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really just gonna pick them up. I'm gonna talk about things that we've done so far. Down from the countdown to the videos. Like when we first started, that was a big thing. Like countdown. Hey, this is episode 1. This is episode 2. This is episode 3, and you're so excited because you're starting something. You know what I mean? It's like, when you get that, that number and your number keeps going higher, that you're continuing your journey. So it's like, it was big, man. We got to 10. It was a big deal. We got to 20. It was a big deal. And after a while, it's still a big deal. But it's like I stopped counting. It's just like, yeah, it's just another one in the books or whatever. But yeah, this is episode 100 of the Beeline Web Show. And like I said, this is the one that I started first. Now, when I first had the idea for the Beeline Web Show, for people who don't know, I was doing this on Twitter. I was actually not really even doing a show. I was like saying certain things. I joke around about it, like saying I was trying to be like a philosopher and shit like that or whatever, because I was just going through mantras, bro. I was going through a lot in life, and I was just like, hey, man, one of the things I remember I quoted, and I just kind of said some shit. I said, I quoted, like I'm highly educated over here. But one of the things that I said was, even Batman had to go through bad shit, to achieve greatness or whatever, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. It's corny, bro, but it definitely got me through a lot of crazy shit that I was going through, man, with my kids and, just new lives that was changing from the wild ass motherfucker that I was back in the day to family man dude that I am now. The transition was hard, bro. It wasn't an easy one when I first started doing this. So this definitely helped, vent. And more than anything, even now, like, if anybody knows any of the podcasters that we know throughout, meeting and networking, I hear that quite often. This is a release, for a lot of people, being able to get behind the microphone and just speak freely. I've done a lot of episodes on my own. I've done a lot of episodes with a lot of people. The group, panel discussions are always awesome. You get so many different perspectives on topics that you talk about. But I'm not gonna lie, man. Sometimes it does feel good just to jump on here, get in front of the camera, turn the mic on, and release. Just say anything you want to say. Just everything that you're thinking about, pure thoughts. When you speak out loud, a lot of times you hear yourself talking. You can actually, kind of like structure yourself. Like, oh, am I crazy, motherfucker? I've had a cough. I've had a cough for like a month, and I haven't even been sick, yo. I don't know. Maybe I need to go to the doctor or something like that. A cough lingers for your whole life and shit. But yeah, man. So yeah, we're on here. We're gonna be talking some shit tonight. I'm gonna tell you guys what's gonna be next now that we have the 100th episode down. One of the things that we're gonna be doing next is, of course, continuing the journey and getting back to regularly scheduled program. We have a lot more shows now. I know I keep saying this is the 100th episode of the Beeline Web Show. I gotta specify that because I've been on for 4 years. I don't want people to think I'm just like posting a. Nah, we've been posting a lot of fucking shows, man. But we have multi shows, a multitude of shows on our channel, and this is just one of them. This is the first one that we started, and to be honest with you, different shows took off. We have the wrestling show, we have entertainment show, we have Live on the Line. We have a lot of different shows that we're putting out. We also have a lot of shows that we didn't put out. One of the best things that I wish I had, man, I still have some of the episodes that I didn't air. I have especially one with me and Pepe Gonzalez. If you know Pepe Gonzalez, Pepe Gonzalez is a regular on the Beeline, and me and him have had some classic fucking conversations on this show, on this chat right here. But fatful episodes me and him have done that I didn't air. Me and JD the Mouth have done that I didn't air. So realistically, this is like episode 145. But the ones that you guys have seen is episode 100. Here's an episode right here with me and Pepe Gonzalez. We're having an amazing conversation, and I'm gonna kind of pick it up where I think it's interesting. So I want you guys to check it out. This is episode number 52 of the Beeline Web Show. Me.
Loud and clear.
What is good, people? It's your boy. I'm back at it. What's good, y'all? Hey, first and foremost, of course, I'm not saying they shouldn't, but I am saying I definitely, even though I don't agree with it, I definitely understand why they didn't tell you. Because the initial reaction, man, same reason that the girl with 5 kids isn't not come out, oh, fuck it. It's definitely wrong. But understand,
everything's trying to act up right now.
I think that's one of the biggest problems. Like,
it'll be all right. We're gonna get to it.
More understand the.
This is a conversation we had, and this is actually a conversation I probably should have clipped a while ago, where we were actually having a conversation about. I know this is a sensitive topic, especially now, but we were talking about being in a situation. Neither of us were, but for people who have been, where you've been kind of like deceived in a way, I guess, by meeting somebody who presented themselves as a woman and wasn't. Probably the best way to do it. And I always thought this was an interesting conversation because it's context, especially nowadays, that I'm pretty sure that people are out there going through. So here, let's hope I can get to it right here.
Somebody got mad and threw their drink too far.
And of course, our goofy asses is going to be crazy. I don't know why this shit is not working right now. Like it knows it needs to just work, but it's just being problematic, like most shit in life or whatever. But this was a fun ass episode that we did. Maybe I'll come back to it because right now it's kind of being difficult as hell. But yeah, different conversations like that was always going to be the reason why I wanted to start doing this podcast shit in the first place. Because come on, bro, there you go. Because a lot of times, man, you get stuck, facing things that you see in life, and you can't really speak on it. You can't say anything about anything. You got to just kind of watch what's going on. What up, E? Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Where the buck naked women? Listen, bro, where they at? They need to get on the mic and talk some shit. My computer is fucking tripping right now. Like, I don't understand what's going on. But I'm gonna stop sharing and try to load it back up so we can watch some clips. But yeah, I don't know where the butt naked women are. They ain't here. They ain't here right now. They ain't got nothing to do. They want to wash some dishes and some shit. I got regular shit to do now. I got no fucking party time no more. But yeah, man. One of the things that really made me want to start doing this was I wanted to just speak my mind, man. For people who I've never explained it to the beeline. The whole point of the beeline was so I can say things straight to the point, no sugarcoating, no trying to like make you happy or sad or you have to figure out my words and what I gotta say. Nah, man, fuck that. I just wanted to get on the microphone and say whatever I felt, so you can understand it's coming from me directly. It's not. It doesn't have to be interpreted. Um, and it's scary to do that shit nowadays because you say the wrong thing and you execute it, man. You literally can say the wrong thing and somebody takes it, clips it, puts it together however they want to put it together, and then the rest of your life you're not looked at correctly. All right, let's see if this will work. Here goes a clip from the very first episode and see if y'all check this out. Let's see what's going on. All right. Got bugs and shit floating around. Let's see what's up. This is me ranting about work. This is a good one here. This is the very first episode, man. Damn. Me and IT Tiff. Yeah, me and Tiff started it all, man. First one's on here. Thanks, E. I probably should have prepared a little better, but all right, there was no sound on it. Listen, we gonna get. I'm gonna at least show a couple of clips on this motherfucker, but in between, I'll just explain everything that's going on. Y'all know me by now, man. Y'all know me by now. How I get down this motherfucker. Like I still don't got this shit down packed all the time. That's kind of a message I wanted to have for people too, man. One thing that I've been talking about recently on all the shows that we do has been the people that we've met doing this. There's a lot of podcasters, especially around the time when we started doing the podcast was 2020. That's when we actually got into the microphone, we got the cameras, everything all lined up, and we started doing this shit. And so did a lot of people, man. There was a lot of people that were creating podcasts or whatever. And 4 years later, man, a lot of the people that you saw have stopped, man. A lot of them didn't keep going. A lot of them enjoyed the process for the time period that they did it in. But then after, kind of dwindled down, life kind of got back to normal after COVID, and people kind of stopped it. Just it was fun while it lasted, and then it kind of went away. But believe it or not, there are still people out there who are actually just starting podcasts. They've been starting them a couple recently, and a lot of times you have these forums and these groups and stuff like that on Facebook and social media, and people are asking like, "Yo, what do I do? What equipment should I use? What should I talk about? Should I talk with somebody?" And people are nervous about doing something because it is a very, very big industry. There's different kinds of events. It's huge, man. It's the newest form of networking and communication. So the one advice that I can say after 4 years of doing this, and I would say pretty much successfully, is just go for it, man. I think that's one of the biggest things. Don't get caught up in too much of the process. Take action. You know what I mean? You don't want to go into anything, and just recklessly, just do shit, and then it doesn't turn out right. You record fucking episodes that you can't really hear yourself and stuff. There's gonna be some preparation you got to do, but don't focus on just the preparation. That would be my biggest advice for everybody starting a podcast or whatever journey that you're trying to start. Coming up in the years. Take action, man. Don't be scared. Just throw yourself and jump right in and, go full fledged because you'll be surprised the learning that you do as you go. I didn't go to school and none of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go to I don't got no any kind of history or anything doing any of this stuff. I literally was just buying shit, spending money, seeing what worked best. Some of our episodes from earlier in the day. I mean, I've had episodes where you couldn't hear anybody. Actually, that first episode there, me and IT Tiff and behind the scenes information and shit. Me and IT Tiff, I had a speaker. I literally had a big speaker that we used to use for like karaoke and shit like that or whatever, and I put a microphone in front of that speaker, and then I just had the one mic that was in front of me, and we were basically you were hearing her sound off of the speaker, because the microphone that's in front of her ain't hooked up to shit. And we was just trying to make that shit work, man. And you wanted to be, visually appealing and just make it look good and sound as good as it can be. And you listen, we heard IT Tiff for like the first 10 episodes. That's how that shit was at the beginning. And then I started like, diving into a little bit more, of the equipment, got a couple focus rights and some mixers and stuff like that or whatever. And then stuff to make the entrances and stuff like that. Here's something. Let's see if it plays. I'm gonna go ahead and play you guys. This is the very first intro we had for the Beeline web show. Here, let's check it out real quick. Let me see if I can get the sound back on. I'll take it off and then put it on because this is something that progress. I've always been into doing the sounds and stuff like that. How everything sounds, how it looks, and everything like that. I always want my shit to look phenomenal. Like I want people to look at it and be like, "Yo, like super professional as I possibly can be with my limited ass, shit that I do or whatever." So, guys, let me know if y'all can hear it. Let me see. I think everything should be on. Just make sure we got it going right. I don't know why everything is like lagging so hard. I'm literally hardwired to the fucking internet, but you know how it go. Shit go and do what it do. This is the first intro we ever had for the Beeline Web Show. Check it out. Made this shit with Power Director. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Hopefully you can hear it. Got the double screen on there. Yo, Eric is crazy. Look how excited we were. Number 4. Yeah, I might fuck with y'all, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm enjoying this. I might be on this motherfucker for 4 hours just watching my old shit. Mm, it's I was so fucking corny. Cookie was actually our very first guest that we ever had. Back when we had in studio guests. It's crazy to look back on that and realize, like, when I first started, that was another big thing that I thought that I had to have. I thought I had to have guests. I like you see a lot of podcasts and stuff now, and one of the big things you see people doing is they interview. And you get interviews. When I first started, like, I knew it was going to be something that I wanted to do. I didn't really know how I was going to go about it. I had asked a bunch of family. I have a lot of people in my family that are in the entertainment industry, things like that or whatever. So like I started off with like a lot of them, like my cousin Lamar Tyree. He's been on here a bunch of times. Of course, Pepe Gonzalez, he's got a different camps that he works with. um So it's like, those were the people that I was kind of reaching out to at first. But then, of course, you discover, Facebook and the groups and stuff like that. And you go and, podcast guests and stuff like that. And you meet a lot of really interesting people, yo. And having the guests on the show, the different guests that I started with, went from family to just literally strangers. Uh-oh. And just to kind of give you guys some context, I went from just hitting people up and getting to know them and saying, "Hey, you do this," and then people will tell you like, "Yeah, I talk about this and I do this, and I'm trying to be a lifestyle coach." You meet a fucking million lifestyle coaches. But then you get, you see if it fits the, the bill for what you want on your show. So I was meeting people like that for a while, getting their information and just random people. I didn't fucking know. I mean, we've had everywhere from, what the hell is it called? The paranormal guests and shit like that, whatever, where they speak to ghosts to just random people. I had one lady on a really really inspiring episode was a hope to grief, and she came on. She had lost her son to gun violence. Her son had gotten into a fight with somebody in college, and the guy shot him, and she went through a big process, but she flipped it and she used her grief to kind of build and help other people with their grief, and it was amazing, yo. And one of the stories I always tell is I remember that day I came home and I was coming off of work and I had just came home, yo. I had just threw some shit on real quick. I didn't really want to do anything, but and knowing the type of show it was, I knew it wasn't like a high energy show. I knew it was just going to be a show where it was like it was a little bit not sad, but it was just a little bit, a little bit more dramatic than the shows that I usually have where I'm loud, I'm energetic, I'm wilding out and stuff like that or whatever. But I wasn't really motivated. I wasn't really motivated. And then she came on, she had amazing energy and her story was so like inspiring, yo. And it spoke to me in ways that I didn't even really, think at all. And to be honest with you, that was one of the lessons that I learned about doing this. Like you're never going to know what to expect from talking with people. And she's kind of one of the ones the talking with strangers segment. Here she goes right here. Check it out. She started a whole business, and she was also really cool, yo. I just threw anything on. Here's the updated Beeline web show. This is the newer one. We've had so many different intros and logos and shit like that over the years, man. Hey, hey, hey. Ask no questions. Just do that shit. She was real cool, man. Mm. feel like I'm doing the interview again right now. Mm, damn. Mm, man. And so that was episode number, I think it was 44 of yeah, episode 44 of the Beeline Web Show. That was one of the ones where, like I said, man, it was the beginning of the Talking with Strangers segment. It was one of the things that I realized, the reason why I introduced Talking with Strangers is, like I said, I used to go and find people online or whatever and ask them, like, hey, what do like talking about, or what do you do, or whatever. And then I would like basically judge them off of, okay, I'm interested in talking with you about that on the show. But after a while, it was just like, fuck it. Like, yo, I don't know you. I have no idea who you are. So I'm just gonna see you in the group and say, hey, you want to come? You want to come on? And they say, yeah. And that was it. For talking with strangers. That's all I knew was your name. Hey, you're this. Sometimes they'd be like, yeah, I'm a, whatever. I'm a truck driver. Oh, you're a truck driver. Okay, cool. I'll see you at 9 o'clock. And I sent them an invite with the show link, and then that was that. I didn't really know too much about the person, and I was kind of learning, the person with you guys when we were watching, and that was the whole Talking with Strangers segment. And I loved it, man. It brought a lot of character. It was very natural. I always go back to this episode right here. This is one of my favorite episodes because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had a lot of growth from this episode, just from the story, from just her empowerment, taking something so tragic. And she was very open and honest with the story as a whole, and it spoke to me, man, because especially as a man, you know what I mean? Like, being in a situation, you don't know how fast shit can escalate. I felt like this was always a really good message for people. Like, you never know how fast something can change your entire existence, including, not even being existing anymore. I mean, it's one of the scariest fucking things on the planet. Things can go from, good, really good to really bad extremely fast. And Hope's story, reminded you of that. You get in one little altercation, and you just goes a little bit further than maybe it needed to. You hear about these stories all the time. People sitting at the dinner table, and one guy eats the last piece of pie, and then, that's my pie, and then bam. It sounds funny and stupid, but I'm literally, that's fucking, you hear about it, and then you laughing about it on the news. Guy got shot because he ate the last piece of pie on Thanksgiving and shit. And you say to yourself, like, how the fuck did that happen? It's sad to say it, but you know how it happened? Because there was emotion involved, and shit just escalated too quickly before people had the chance to sit back and kind of take a breath. And next thing you know, some tragic shit happened, and you can't take it back. One of the biggest things I try to educate my kids on is having the situations where when you do something, and you're like, then you get into the situation from what you did, and you're kind of sitting back, and you're sitting there, and you got that thought with yourself, like, damn, man, I wish I would have never did this, or I wish I would have never drove out today, or whatever the case may be. You don't want to have that conversation. You don't want to be in that situation where you're talking to yourself like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have went to the store today. I fucking got, I'll tell y'all, like I said, man, my car gave me some car problems. I got stuck at fucking Walmart yesterday. I was over there just on a simple little run. I wanted to go grab something. IT Tiff was going out with the kids, so I said, let me just run to the store real fast. And my little fast going to the store, I was in some shorts and fucking cut off t-shirt. I just wanted to grab some iced teas, and that was it, bro. And then all of a sudden, I came out to start my car. My fucking car wouldn't start. That fast. I never thought. I was working and everything. I was working on my phone while I was walking in Walmart. And that fast. And what did I sit there and say to myself? Man, even though I could have known my car was going to start, just some random shit happened. But yeah, I was sitting there like, damn, I wish I never would have fucking left the house, man, because just I never would have thought that would have happened. So, you know, to have her story come on and her tell me about her son and how they just one little fight, man, over whatever it was over. I don't know if she ever even found out what it was over, but ended up with her not having her son here anymore. And it spoke to me deep, man. It kind of changed my perspective even now. Like, when I get into situations, even on the show and shit like that, I'm a lot less confrontational than I've ever been probably in my life. And I gotta be honest, a lot of it came from this episode right here. So without a doubt, man, doing this has definitely matured me and grew me in ways that I never even thought were gonna be possible. Nothing ever expected to happen like this when I first started. You know what I mean? Like, never thought that I'd grow from this experience. But definitely amazing story. Hope Rigger, Grief to Hope. If you guys have anything out there, you want to look her up online. Pretty sure she's still out there, making moves and stuff like that. Probably got to reach back out to her and see if we can get her to come back on and share what she's been doing now since we've had her. But that was episode 44. Now, here's something else very influential. Now, let me explain this right here. Like I stated, like the Beeline Web Show was the very first show that I started on this channel. And that was the one where I had the idea where I just wanted to come in. I just wanted to talk shit and just meet people, stuff like that or whatever. But like I said, I've had a lot of history with within the music industry and stuff like that. From my father, managing up and rising talent to my cousins. They got albums, they do stuff. My grandmother, she performed at the Apollo Theater with James Brown. They were touring. My uncle's a drummer. He's touring in China. We got a lot of music history, yo. So when we started doing this, one of the things that popped off really quick was music. And that's what actually, caused me to open up the entertainment show, the Beeline Entertainment, because we were getting a lot of musical talent that wanted to come on the web show. The web show was always something that I wanted to have open. I wanted to come on here and vent and talk shit and talk about stories and things that were happening. So I didn't want to flood, the web show every Tuesday with just events that was happening and music and stuff like that or whatever. So I couldn't put them together. So I branched out and did 2 shows. But I want to give you guys an example of somebody who came on. This is A Natural. A Natural is an amazing artist out of New Jersey. Very talented guy. He worked in the past, I believe, for Sony, if I'm getting it right. The whole interview is episode number 21. He was a Grammy nominated artist. And his episode was phenomenal, but he did do a musical. Guys, check it out because I lost my mind when he was singing the shit. This episode too, I'm gonna give you guys some back on it after. But let me get to the scene here. This was a very, very, very good episode. Hold on, I'm almost there. Almost there. All right, here we go. Check him out. This is A Natural, guys. Please let me know if you guys can hear. If you can, I'll fix it. Oh, I can't hear it. All right, thank you so much, Cornell. Thank you so much for letting me know that. All right, I'm gonna fix it real quick. I'm gonna replay it and fix it real quick for you guys because I was just vibing out. And listen, I'm telling you right now that it's taking me back hard. So let me do the screen sharing shit right. Can y'all just get this right So I can do this. Okay. Also share tab audio. That's what we got. Also share tab audio. To share audio, share a tab or screen instead. Okay. Entire screen. Fuck playing around. There we go. That's where I'm getting it wrong. That's where it is. Let's go. All right. I'm going to play it again. Thank you, Chanel. You're awesome. That's my fellow Beyond 1130 partner there. All right. Come on. Don't freeze up. Don't play. Shit is fighting me tonight, bro. But that's part of it, man. That's another thing, yo. If you're starting a podcast, just understand you're gonna have fucking problems. But after a while, I promise you just get used to it. You just keep rolling with the punches or whatever. This shit completely froze now. But we're gonna get it so it can fix itself. It completely froze. But anyway, A Natural was one of the ones that really was the reason why I had to branch off to the entertainment show, man, because it was showing me that I really, really wanted to make sure that I had room to showcase amazing talent, and also, be able to have my own platform to also talk my shit and enjoy as well. But you know how it goes. Like, you can't do both, so you got to make it happen. This shit really completely froze the fuck up. Okay, let me see. I can't even use the mouse right now, but that's how it is. Is it mouse? Is it working? Is it working? Is it on? The mouse is completely jacked up. Well, that's about as bad as you can get. But let me see. I can't even get out of it, guys. Let me see. I might have to close it out. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. You gonna do it? You gonna do it? This shit is wild. Come on, baby. It's completely out. All right, guys. I might have to find it again here. I can't even get out of this shit. Leave it to the 100th episode to have a full breakdown of the computer, right? But anyway, without even missing a beat here, I'm still going to talk about the different things we have. So with the entertainment show, like I said, we had a lot of musical talent. We had A Natural on. We had my cousin Glenn, who actually is he was in the group Blackstreet, and he was on. He was another one that had an amazing show off moment that I really enjoyed on the web show. But from there, it grew from, seeing what I wanted to do with the Beeline web show, because damn, this is getting on my nerves. Because let me see if I can fix this real quick. Hold up. I have to just do a different one. Let's see. There we go. New mouse fixes all. There you go. All right. You still gonna be a problematic. Maybe it's just a mouse. Damn, that was weird. All right, guys. I think we got it fixed. Here we go. Let's go ahead and see if it plays now. There we go. Add the stage. Hopefully you guys can hear it this time.
Forgive me. Like you just said, it made people cry already. So listen, you want some emotion standing? You want to feel good about something?
It's just a part of the game. That's right, son.
Yes. So this is one of the first singles that dropped from Kwame, right. The album that comes out on October 2nd.
Hopefully y'all can hear it now.
This song is called No Pressure. I'm only going to do like a little bit of it.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
All right. So this song is called No Pressure. Let me see if I can get the notes right. What a beautiful black light. You were God for us when the fight is at your door. Give me for my eyes. I've never seen a king mixing with their subjects unknown. Give thanks to the Most High. He was in his bag when he sent you to our shores. I'm only here to publicize. Baby, no,
Killing this
we
shit,
can
yo.
just take it easily. Oh, everything goes with your timing. Oh, baby, no pressure. Yeah. That's no pressure.
Yo, listen, all right. Listen, guys. All right, now that I got everything fixed, all right, let me explain this real quick, yo. So, all right, I don't want to say anything bad about anybody. I don't ever anybody ever came on my show. I respect the shit out of you, and I really appreciate you as well. Listen, we've had some people on the show, and let's just say, some people have been incredibly talented, and some people who have been incredibly talented, but not as much in the talent that they think they're as talented in. So I had a couple of people that came on the show, and I've had people that came on the show when they didn't want to, kind of show off. They just wanted to talk about what they did. They didn't want to sing. They didn't want to do anything. And then I've had people come on the show who wanted to show off and they wanted to sing, and it ain't really work out that well. But when A Natural came on and he performed, and it was like, listen, it was just like, it was undeniable. Like, this guy is a fucking talent, man. And writing is his big thing. Like, he was working for Sony at one point, and he was a writer, and incredible artist, man. So when he came on and kind of like laced the studio with vocals and voice, like, I was just overwhelmed, man, because we had some craziness, and also because he sounded phenomenal and shit like that. So giant shout to A Natural. Also giant shout to Chanel. Thank you, Chanel, for helping me out. That's how it goes. The humble are usually the most talented. Man, listen, yeah, this guy is unbelievably talented. Still making music and everything. Got to reach out to A Natural and get him back on the show. Also, with this new episodes coming up. After the 100. But yeah, man. So that was pretty much the transition. You know what I mean? Like, we had that. This was episode 19. At this point. Now, I do want to have another conversation, like, speaking about guests like A Natural, and some like people who've been in the industry and things like that. So another transition I went through, during these 100 episodes of the Beeline Web Show was I actually, had a publicist that I was working with. I met somebody online. You meet a lot of different people online, and guy hit me up one day and it was like, "Hey, you got a show? Think you have some, some skill here and looks interesting, blah, 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 this and that." And he wanted to work with me. He wanted to work with me and apparently a whole lot of different podcasters and stuff like that or whatever. And he said he would, like, help me get, book different shows, book different people, and also book some, higher guests, man. Like, as far as when I say higher guests, I mean like just like celebrity type guests and stuff like that. And that's what he did, pretty much. He pretty much, like, he pointed me in the right direction to kind of start doing certain things that I never thought I'd be able to do, man. And whenever like something like that happens in this industry or any kind of like entertainment field, and you get the opportunity to sit in front of a microphone and interview, some bigger names than you ever thought you would interview. I definitely grabbed at it. I was like, listen, this is the way I'm trying to go. Like, I really want to, see myself in this limelight. I want to be a Joe Rogan one day. I want to do all of that shit. So yeah, bring it on. I'm accepting all, situations right now. If it's not for me, then I'll learn it on my journey. But I'm not turning shit away right now. And I met some really, really, really cool people, man. I also learned from it, though. I also learned from it probably more than, even the excitingness of just like sitting down and talking with these people. I learned the importance of this being my show, and making this a show for what people want to watch, as far as, instead of making it a show for having people on that I think people want to watch. That was a big learning lesson for me. Having some of the names that I had on Here's the first one. This actually was somebody, if you guys recognize him, he actually is going around the podcast circuit and telling stories on a lot of different shows recently. But it was very entertaining having this guy on. Incredible actor. You've seen him in probably a lot of stuff that you've watched over your life. This is episode number 70 of the Beeline Web Show, and you guys probably remember this familiar face.
What's
Here you go, check
going
him out.
on? It's me. It's Brian B. We back at it. And yes, it is Tuesday night. Listen, it's gonna be a little weird for you guys seeing me on Tuesday with the guest that I have. Listen, I'm just gonna get it out the way. Listen, I am honored to present the guest that we have with us today. There's a screen on the screen, and we're gonna get to know this gentleman today. But listen, we're gonna get to know him. We've been watching him our whole life. I know I can't even name the movies that he was in. I mean, it's been incredible. I can't believe that he came on with me today, but we're gonna get to know him today. But listen, if you haven't already, make sure that you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. The YouTube stuff. Everybody knows what to do on YouTube now. It's been around for 1,000 years. But listen, I can't even think. It's your boy Brian B, and this is that show you watch on Tuesday nights, baby. The Beeline Web Show, where it's going down. And next, we have an interview that you guys ain't ready for. I don't think you're ready for it, but we're going to get to know somebody very special. But first off, let's just do it. Let's get right into it.
Oh, yeah. I did the intro first. All right. Come on, let's talk to Larry Hankin, yo.
Yeah, ready for it. Got to give you a grand opening, man. No problem. It's an honor to have you on the show and talking with me today. But definitely going to get to know him on this episode right here, and I'm very excited to speak with him. Like I said, I've been watching him. He's been in so many different movies that I grew up watching, and different things like that. He's got some things to tell us, some new things he has going on as well.
Yeah, he really has, man.
Mr. Larry, how are you doing? What's going on with
you? I'm doing okay. Just hanging in there, but fine. I mean, it's the sun is out, so that's cool. I haven't been outside yet.
Yeah,
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Larry Hankin was one of the first ones that kind of
something this morning. I got to get out of the habit of. I literally
struck me a little bit because I've watched
but it's just like
for so long. Whether it be on Home Alone, whether it be on Billy Madison. You saw him in Breaking Bad. You saw him in, if you watch Chris Tucker, Money Talks, and he was in so many movies, man, growing up. And to learn, his story, like you learn he was a stand-up comic, and he was in Seinfeld, and of course, Home Alone was the biggest one. He sat there and gave me the spiel on, what happened when he was the cop on Home Alone. If you watch Home Alone and you see the mom when she's at the airport and she calls into the police center, and she's talking to the cops, and the cops are super nonchalant and shit. And and as he's talking, he's eating a donut, and the piece of the donut falls on the phone, and then it falls off on the table and shit. And he told the story of like what happened with that donut on this episode, and it was just so much fun to be like powwowing with somebody that I've been watching my whole life and shit. So, big shout out to Larry Hankin. He's still out there. Like, I could definitely maybe hit him up, see if, he wants to come back on and just talk. Really nice guy, too. Really nice, really down to earth. Had a lot of fun talking with him. He came on. He was actually on the show twice. Really enjoyable guest. But, Larry was one of the first celebrity guys that we had on. We had him. We've had from The Godfather. We had Gianni Russo. Listen, let me say this. Let me say this about Gianni Russo, y'all. Listen, if you guys have seen Gianni Russo episodes, I know Vlad has interviewed him. He has these really off the wall, crazy fucking stories, man. From him having a baby with Marilyn Monroe, all of this shit. It's crazy. Like, if you sit down and listen to it or whatever. So what I will say, just to be on the safe side, is what I've noticed is people were, sending comments and stuff like that while I was, after doing the show and everything. People were saying like, oh, this is bullshit. This is lies. This is this and that. Listen, I'm not the one to try to sit here and tell somebody what they did or what they didn't do. People were saying, so I'm just going to say what people were saying or whatever. But he was saying some really crazy ass outlandish shit. But I have no idea what's real, what's not real, whatever. I'm not going to call a grown ass man on this thing. I mean, but he definitely did a lot of different stuff. Let's check out a little bit of it. Check him out.
Never took a pen. I didn't care what this guy wanted. I waited for him every day.
you come between 10:30 and 11. I didn't know what he was doing at the Sherry Netherlands. He was getting his shoe shined. What do I know about shoe shines?
Yeah.
Did it. And I said, Mr. Sinatra, you saved my life. And so, yeah, how'd I do that?
And talking to Frank Sinatra.
I said, well, I had polio. I gave him a brief story. I said, and I came out, and then, I listened to the radio one day, and we found out we had the same birthdays. He said, oh, we're both Sagittarius. Yeah, I said, December 12th. So how did I save your life? I said, you gave me the will to get out of my bed and get out of that hospital. I was in Bellevue for 5 years straight with polio. He teared up. This is Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, like back in the day, like we think now, you can start a Facebook page or whatever, celebrity, whatever, and you get messages continuously. You get pieces of mail, whatever, and they always. And I'm not saying that it probably doesn't hit them, where it hurts or whatever in the feels, but they constantly have this. But I'm pretty sure back in the day where you didn't have that many avenues of communication, hearing somebody or seeing somebody right there and then saying, "Yo, you changed my life," like having you be so young, and then I mean, I'm pretty sure that must have changed his image in a way.
Well,
so
you know what
I was going with it. I was going with
because,
it though.
He wrote after I got to know him, but up until that time, the guy was doing 8 shows a night in the Paramount.
Yeah,
8 shows,
man.
So
City was talking about Marilyn Manson was fucking crazy.
I saw.
I'd have been looking for a while.
Well, the only reason why I was looking at so much, my routine when Costello went home, I'd either go to St. Patrick's Cathedral, because it was open 24 hours a day. I made a novena into St. Anthony. If I got out of there, I'm going to go there every day, and I did. And sometimes if I had nowhere to go, I'd sleep there. It was over 24 hours a day.
Listen, I want to go on record right now and be completely fucking flat out honest and just let y'all know that to this day, I haven't watched The Godfather in its entirety. I've watched parts. I've seen a lot of it, but I've never sat down and watched the whole movie. It's too fucking long. And people say it's the greatest movie of all time. I guess so. It's a movie to me, yo. It ain't the greatest to me. But I understand why people say it's the greatest because it's a classic. There's a lot of history with it and stuff like that. But listen, I prefer Scarface over The Godfather. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not saying that Scarface is the greatest movie of all time either. But when I was interviewing him, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was mostly for the show. It wasn't like it was like a super want that I had or anything like that. Nothing against Johnny Russo, man. He did his thing, man. He's on there promoting his book and shit like this. But when I interviewed this guy right here, man, this was a big one for me. Probably the biggest. That I was super excited. And what a awesome fucking guest, man. And that is, I'm pretty sure you guys know this guy right here. Check out this interview, at least a little bit of it. This was a really, really fun one right
Michaels
here.
Is
bro. It's crazy. Something you can just continue forever. There's no reason to stop.
Jay Leno was making what, $100 million a year or something, and he was on there for a few years. And
I didn't even know Jay Leno was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, no, but Jay Leno on the Jay Leno show.
Oh, on his on the show.
Yeah,
me and him were just literally just kicking it, like just fucking just two people just talking, man.
But
he was cool as shit.
Million, he got up there.
Crazy, man.
Well, Lorne Michaels, the guy.
And it was also when
unassumingly
that 90s show was coming out on Netflix, so he was talking about that. Yeah,
but the kind of wealth that show brought in brings.
He was also telling a story about how he met Cheech and all that stuff, and
you notice I don't see any more ads being buzz driving, they called it.
Right? Yeah.
No,
I don't
buzz
see too many
driving,
either.
And by the way, have you noticed you don't see that many texting while you drive anymore? You notice that?
I haven't noticed that, but yeah, you're right. I haven't really saw that. The buzz driving. My bad. The buzz driving one. I don't know if you're about to hit on this, but I know once they started legalizing it, you definitely didn't really see anything of that, because then it was like you can't contradict yourself. So you can't make something legal. Well, I guess you can. It'd be the same as alcohol, but maybe because they just wanted the sales. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't trust shit, so I don't know.
No, but being in the marijuana business, and the anti-marijuana people,
I also didn't know. I learned on this show that he was in a
marijuana
band with
doesn't do anything to
Motown.
help the pain.
I had
But
no
if the
idea.
pain
He was a musician
disappears,
before he was
then it does
in the
help
movies and stuff.
with the pain. Especially, it goes back biblical, by the way. When Jesus healed people, he didn't go over and say, "Now I cured you of leprosy."
Over there,
cured
dropping
you of
bombs in the
TB,
show
I
and
cured
shit.
you. He did not ever even mention the disease. And healers, professional healers, people that heal for a living,
shaman and stuff like that.
Well, they're the ones, they don't deal with any kind of disease, because for the most part, that disease exists in your mind.
Crazy
It's
shit.
your mind. There's a lot of the mind.
Tommy Chong, come on here and
say,
fucking preach some shit.
Gotcha. And when I say blessed, is that we found
I'm
out.
gonna go ahead and keep rolling. Listen, man. So pretty much, like, I'm not gonna show like every single one we had, but those were a couple of the ones that, when I had the publicist and he was hooking me up and helping me get like certain different things and putting me in different areas to meet new people. It was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna sit back and say it wasn't worth it, but also I saw the negative parts of it. How somebody like it sometimes it was like, felt like, maybe I didn't have as much control of my shit that I wanted to have, because he was trying to like, you not that you can't make a decision, but you know how it feels sometimes where it's like you feel like somebody has maybe a little bit more knowledge and you don't want to, risk it. Where it's like, okay, I think he might be doing something good. So even though I got an idea, maybe I should just let it go the other way, so I don't mess up anything that may come from my ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. That's how I was feeling sometimes. And until I got to the point where I was like, listen, I don't give a fuck. Like, it is what it is. This is my shit. I want to do whatever I do. If it don't go where I could have went, as long as I did it my way and did it my way, as long as I did it my way, I'm good. And that's what I had to learn with the publicist situation. And he was fucking extra as hell. Wasn't really the best person to do business with. But you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm trying to make it out this motherfucker, man. I will say I had a very successful run. I was able to basically just do the Beeline Entertainment for a year. I didn't have to go. I was able to quit my 9 to 5 and everything. So I got what I got out of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of experience, a lot of growth, and a lot of lessons that I learned from it. Whatever. I super enjoy now more than I did before, to where I'm just enjoying this experience now. I'm not worrying about anything, and I'm still meeting awesome people, and the wrestling show and everything, STR, and it's grown astronomically. Speaking of STR, man, that was another thing that came from the Beeline Web Show. I first started doing straight through the ropes wrestle talk on the Beeline Web Show. Like, I was just having segments where I was just talking to different people about wrestling, and this was somebody else that I had on. This is John Cena's first manager ever. First manager in OVW. This is Kenny Bolin. This was a pretty good interview as well.
Going
really good dude.
Straight through the ropes, brother. Yo, listen, it's me. For a little while now, we got a Straight Through the Ropes podcast, Wrestle Talk, baby, and I got a guest for you. Listen, it's going to be a very interesting, legendary talk topic, body slamming, crushing.
For people who know wrestling,
so much, man.
Kenny
But,
Bolin.
I am going to watch the last. I'm going to watch the last
one. Something good in every single episode.
Kenny Bolin is the former
for
best friend
Daryl
of Jimmy
episode.
Cornette.
And
Jimmy
that
Cornette,
episode,
for all
not
wrestling
only did
fans,
I not like it,
Jimmy
it's the only
Cornette,
episode I ever
he's
watched that I
a
didn't care
legendary
for.
figure in
I
wrestling,
find something
manager.
I like in every episode.
Still,
Negan's
to this
my
day.
favorite character of all time, and I love the Governor.
Really?
The Governor and Negan are my favorite character. Well, I love the heels, of course.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the
like
Governor
that
and
guy.
Negan were my favorite character. Hi, Scooby. And
And he had an amazing story with him
Negan
and Jim Cornette. their
Oh,
relationship and things that went down with Vince
he
Russo.
killed
And,
her. He killed her husband. What's
oh
his
man, it
name?
was a lot of drama, but it was interesting.
Maggie. So Negan and
Especially
Maggie
as
are
a
getting
wrestling
ready to
fan.
do a spinoff.
And
It's
of
going to be
course, I'm on a
called Dead
wrestling show talking
City.
about
That's going to
fucking
be.
Walking Dead.
I appreciate the offer, Rustin, but that's a 15-hour round trip drive for 15 minutes with you. I tell you what, you're going to be in Indianapolis in 3 weeks. Would you mind if we came to Indianapolis? Oh my God. So where are you from? I said, Louisville. Oh, well, shit, Kenny, I'll send a fucking limo down to pick you up. He said, we'll pick up you and Stina. Come on up, man. I'll still give you 15, 20 minutes to shoot whatever you want. Stay for the game. Have a good time. Fuck, you can have catering with the players and everything. We'll do a shoot around. I'll make it worth your trip. I said, well, if you're sending a limo down, you've already made it worth my trip. So he sends a limo down, picks us up. We go. And Cena doesn't think it's real. Cena does not think he's getting ready to meet Mark Cuban. He thinks it's a work. He has no idea what's going to happen, but he is not going to meet Mark Cuban. Limo pulls up. We go in a side door. We don't go to where the Marks give their tickets. We go in a special side entrance that he told us to go in. Now Cena's starting to think something's up. He's like, God damn, we might be real. I said, no shit, motherfucker. Of course we're going to meet him. So we go through the side. Hell, Mr. Boland, we're expecting you. Mr. Cuban will be with you in a little bit. If you don't mind having a seat over here with the press. So we sit over there. So they come. They get me and Cena, my cameraman, my brother, and my son. They come get us, leave the press behind. We get the private meeting with Cuban. So we go down, we get the whole press room to ourselves. We act like we are the press, and we're arranging the big meeting between John Cena and Mark Cuban. And this is on video too. And so if you type in Kenny Bolin, John Cena, and Mark Cuban on YouTube, you will see how, and I think we used about 12, 13 minutes worth of footage to put it over. You'll see how Mark Cuban got involved with John Cena. And I had him on my podcast recently to put over the 20th anniversary of me and Cuban putting John Cena on the map in the wrestling business. And attaching Mark
20
Cuban
years ago, man.
20
Damn,
years ago.
That's crazy.
And attaching Mark Cuban's name. Well, actually, it's been probably 22 years now.
Yep.
Nuggies. And it was so real.
Yeah, the one thing about, this stuff more than anything was just like, hearing these stories from these guys. And in some situations, like we said, with guys like Larry Hankin and Tommy Chong, and being able to, starting the web show you guys have seen tonight, like from the very beginning to where I just was having family on and just having like, certain people on or whatever. I never in my life would have thought like, 60 episodes later, I would have on, guys like this, and hearing these stories from some of the most influential characters or people, in entertainment business, man, from wrestling to movies to TV. It's just crazy you never know what's going to happen when you do something, yo. You never know what's going to happen when you do something. That's the biggest thing, And I was saying this earlier, like, a lot of times, a lot of people like to just like, prepare and try to make sure everything is perfect and try to make sure everything is right. But the one thing that you miss with all of that preparation is you actually miss doing it. And if I host a show and some of the sound is fucked up, but I still hosted the show. You know what I'm saying? You can't have no sound, and then you just creating, you got to do some preparation. But if all you do is the preparation, then yeah, you're kind of missing out on the actual event itself. And I never would have imagined that I would have talked to some of the people that I've talked to on this journey, man. And and looking forward to talking to in the future as well, man. It's still going. But the point is, man, like, we're at 100 episodes on the Beeline Web Show. In total, on the channel itself, I would say we're probably at like almost 190. Not counting episodes of that we haven't done or I haven't put on. It's very, very interesting, yo. But that is inspiring and motivating. I'm gonna get my game and get my podcast going. Listen, Chanel, you definitely can do it. You definitely have a lot of interesting conversation that you've learned from people over the years, and just people are gonna want to hear stuff like that. That's another big thing that I think that people need to hear. Especially in certain situations, like a lot of times people kind of get nervous because they don't feel like they're interesting enough. They don't know what to talk about. They don't know if what they're interested in is interesting to other people. And let me just tell you this, man. There's motherfuckers out there right now with a podcast or a show or a video or a TikTok that's just crinkling paper up and then putting it in paper balls and throwing it in trash, and they do that every episode. He just picks up a piece of paper, throws it in the trash, and says goodbye. I'll talk to you later. and there's 150 million motherfuckers. There's 150 motherfuckers watching that shit every day. Can't wait to get home and wait for 4:35 when that motherfucker turns the camera on and crinkles up a piece of paper and listen, bro, you don't have to be the most interesting person in the world. You don't have to do the most interesting thing in the world. You know what you got to do? You got to do it. That's it. It's going to be somebody who watch, yo. It's going to be somebody who watches. It's going to be somebody who's interested in you. It's going to be somebody who, I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, it's definitely going to be it's zero chance that zero people are going to watch you, yo. Somebody's going to watch you. And that's another message. That's another thing I had to learn as well. Like, don't do it to try to get 1 million people watching you, man. Don't do it to try to get 1 million views. There's one motherfucker that's gonna turn your shit on every time they see you live, and that's the person you performing for, bro. It's one of the hardest lessons to learn because, of course, you want to do your art, your craft for the masses. You want everybody to see the shit. But at the end of the day, you're performing for the people that want to see you, yo. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. The growth comes with whatever changes happen, with whatever progression you do. Of course, you're gonna want to promote. Of course, you're gonna want to put yourself out there, but don't do it for that reason. Do it for the purpose of enjoying it. Do it for the purpose of knowing that someone's enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, you're gonna see just how easy it gets, yo. That's the lessons I had to learn from the celebrity interviews, the shit that I'm doing now, man. Even with the wrestling show, I like to talk about the things that I like to talk about. It might not be the most interesting. It might not be the most inviting for the biggest numbers that I can get or whatever. It might not reach that spectrum. I don't give a fuck about that spectrum. I want to do what I am good at doing, and that's what I enjoy. And for the people who enjoy it, those are the people that I'm speaking with, yo. And it's hard, man, because a lot of people have different ways of doing things. You want to be successful, man, and people look at and measure success in different ways. So it's just really hard to know what you're doing. That's why you have to just do it for the love that you have for the shit, yo. That is the lessons that I learned. But yeah, Kenny Bolin, that was episode number 74. And all this stuff you see in the backgrounds, like I said earlier, like you see the different progression, you've seen the things that have happened. And we can definitely tell that you love listen, son, I love this with all my heart and soul, man. And it's interesting because there's been times, man, if you guys remember, like, on the Beeline web show, let's just go ahead and see where that one is. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to play this clip, but I'm pretty sure this was episode. Let me see. This was episode. Where's it at? There we go. Episode 85, number 85. That was 15 episodes ago of the web show. I literally had just came back. I took a break for like maybe a month and a half. And in that month and a half, I literally quit. I mean, and it wasn't just a fast decision. It was a decision that I thought about over time. I thought about how much I've accomplished with this. I've thought about it going in areas that I never thought it would go into. And I was just thinking to myself, well, how much longer am I going to keep going? Like, I think I found what I needed to find. I think I've done this for the reasons I needed to do it for. And I quit within that time. It was like a month and a half. It was in the summertime. And I was like, listen, I've done everything I had to do. Let me start focusing on some other things so I don't just get stuck doing this until whatever. And I was talking to myself into, just saying it's enough. That's basically what I was trying to do. But it's crazy how things start pulling you back, man. And it's not always like, super obvious, but it's just like, sometimes I'm waking up and I'm talking to IT Tiff or whatever, and I'm saying something and she'll say something like, oh, the podcast group that you're in, or, they sent a message and they said like, where's Brian or something like that. And I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Like, okay. I didn't anybody even notice I'm going, like, I'm not even paying attention to it or whatever. I'm doing other shit. Or you sit there and you see somebody else starting their show, and then you're looking like, oh man, I remember when I was starting and stuff like that. And then it kind of like hits you in that way. So it just continuously, what up, CA? It just continuously like, pulls you back. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing something and that's your investment, especially something that you're passionate about, like that shit begins to pull you back. And that's what happened. And I came back on episode number 85 of the Beeline, and I explained exactly that process of how, I quit. I was like, listen, I'm done. I think I've done enough. But then it pulled me back, man. It's something told me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I should be doing, and this is what you love doing. Don't quit. I don't got a reason. You don't got to make a reason to quit. Oh, I got to do other shit. Well, you know what? Do other shit. You don't got to stop doing something. Do a little less. You know what I mean? And that's the balance. That balance is what I'm starting to figure out. Within doing this or whatever. I used to be heavy on editing, like editing every single episode to the T. Now I go live. I don't got to edit as much anymore. It's a lot easier. Put out an episode. I even do my clips. There's different software you can use for clips and stuff like that. You make this shit work, bro. If it's something that you want to do, you make it work. If it's something that you're not supposed to be doing, then, you could tell by the struggles, unless you hard headed, sometimes you got to just know when to let it go. And for me, it isn't time yet. It isn't time yet. We're going to see. Good night, baby. We're gonna see what's gonna happen next, man. But all right, guys. Like I said, I was really enjoying just like watching this and kind of reminiscing and stuff with you guys. For people who have came in and started watching me like early, maybe you haven't gotten a chance to go back down the line and see all the old episodes and stuff like that. But if you guys ever want to, definitely go check it out. Here's some extra. Let me go ahead and do one more clip. This is something that I'd super enjoy every single year. Even though I think I'm not doing anymore, I think I'm not doing anymore. But that is the Halloween episodes, man. Halloween episodes has definitely been a huge thing with the Beeline. They have transitioned over to the Beeline Entertainment. But the first one and the second one are two that I fell in love, man. I fell in love. So check it out. This is what I'm gonna do right now before we're gonna wrap up and kind of give a little bit more information about the future. I'm gonna play a little bit of the Halloween episode. Check it out, guys. This is the Beeline Halloween Spectacular number two. Number two. This is the first one that we. It's Halloween, so it's gonna be creepy. There we go. All right. I'm gonna play a little bit of the beginning, and then y'all check it out. For people who haven't seen it.
I warn you, this could scare you, as the sound bothers me to listen to. It has always haunted me. What you are about to hear is very disturbing indeed.
These were much fun to. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Hey, what's going on? It's the Beeline here, baby. And I have to say something special to everybody out there. Happy Halloween. Hope you guys are having. If you're watching it at night, like with lights out and shit, it'll scare the fuck out of you.
These guys are playing on some tubes. Don't ask me why. Whoa, what the heck? Dude, what? What This shit was so much fucking fun, yo.
Hi. Can you see me now? Hi. People, join me, Brian B. in tonight's little different version of that web show called. What's it called?
This shit came out So,
Hey,
so good, yo.
Mr. Google, can you tell me what it's called?
It's called the Beeline.
Yes. Now, thank you everybody for tuning in with me on this special Halloween night. It's Halloween again, y'all. Can you believe it? It's crazy. I was sitting there doing this whole time, and I was looking back on the old Halloween special that I'm so proud of. It was so amazing. And I mean, I did it at 3 a.m. and I'm doing this one similar to that one. I'm alone right now. I'm in the dark. I'm in the depths. But this time, I chose to give myself to the ghouls and goblins that surround me tonight. You want to see? You want to see? I'm gonna show you.
I know I'm telling you right now,
Where are you going?
I was
Don't
having too much
leave.
fun with this shit.
I need you. Where are you? I miss you. Stay with me. If you leave, I'll
That's what we're doing tonight.
Listen, man. Listen. Yo, so here's the thing. Here's some inside news about the Halloween specials, right? The first one I did, I woke up in the middle of the night and it was Halloween and I was like, all right, I gotta do a Halloween special. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I had no idea what I was gonna do, yo. I had some paint and shit that my kids had for their what's it called? Arts and crafts shit or whatever. And I just put it on and I just did some random stuff. I literally just did some random stuff. And to be real with you, the Halloween episodes was what gave me the most practice with editing services and stuff like that or whatever. I downloaded software, bought software, and that's where I learned a lot of different transitions and different things with editing. Because of the Halloween episodes, we've had four so far. The last one last year, I did that shit. I rushed it, but it still came out pretty well. It didn't go over the way that I wanted it to, like these two right here. But the 2 and 3 were amazing, man. I mean, the I put so much into it. I even tried to enter the third one into a what's it called, like a movie festival thing or whatever, just because I was so proud of that shit. And it was a lot of fun. It kind of built up the story. Here, I'll give you guys a little insider knowledge. So basically, what the Halloween spectacular was on the Beeline web show was the first one you saw. I barely had, like, the face paint and stuff like that. It was just a little bit. So the first one was supposed to be like the beginning of the possession. And every Halloween, I would get possessed by, creatures and stuff like that or whatever, and they kind of take over for me while I'm doing the show. So the second one, this one right here, it definitely, like, I gave into the possession. I wasn't fighting it like I was in the first one. The first one was fighting it. The first one had one of the best jump scares. It was the transition with the Michael Jackson, where it was just literally, fucking, I'm playing it. All right, I'm gonna have to find it or whatever. But it was a transition, and this is the one that got everybody. I mean, my mom, everybody, like everybody that I saw watch this shit. People got scared to death at this point right here. So here, let me go ahead and play this part right here. But this was like the beginning, and I was, just kind of experimenting, and basically it was like I didn't know this was gonna happen, but that's kind of where the story started, and then it all built up to, like, saying at the last one I got kidnapped and I haven't been here for the last 4 years, and it's been like a ghost basically who's been, here this whole time that the show's been going on. That's like the whole story. And basically, like, at the end of the last one, the spirit got released and then he's haunting all of you guys. So that was like the whole transition. It was fucking phenomenal, man. I wish maybe I'll put them together this year and try to do like the real movie and edit it all together and just play it all back to back. It'll be long as shit, but whatever. But this is the first. Let me see if I can find it. This is the first Halloween special. Hopefully it'll go right to the
episode of the Beeline. We will find out some interesting information about the holiday so-called Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone.
I said happy
It's your
Halloween like
boy,
40 times in this fucking episode.
Check it out. We got a show for you tonight. Yeah, Halloween night 2020. Probably the craziest Halloween of all. Because this whole year has been Halloween. Shit, it's been terror and chaos and pandemics and crazy presidents. Everything's been going on this year. You feel me? So you know what? Let's go out with a bang. Yo, did you guys hear that?
That shit. That shit, yo. Everybody that I showed that jump scare to, they all shitted on
Anything's possible tonight on the Beeline.
Listen, bro.
Anyway, so we're
I
gonna
keep
talk about
saying
some
that. I don't
things
know if I'm
tonight
gonna do another
and
one, but I'm
have
telling you
some
right
fun.
now. Every
Have
time I
some
was
shows,
fun
you
to
know
do,
what?
man. It's funny because like Halloween was like the one that I kept doing. Like, you know, I love horror, I love, you know, scary shit. So Halloween was like the biggest one that I kept doing. I really didn't do too much for like, you know, Christmas and Thanksgiving and everything. But the Halloween episodes were always so much damn fun. You know, yeah, guys, that was, you know, basically, you know, another part of, you know, this web show experience, you know, growing up and everything, you know, being at 100 episodes now. So kind of the transition, you know, I'm glad you guys went down that trip through memory lane. Hopefully you guys saw like, you know, the hard work and the passion and the dedication that we have put in on this channel, man. And you know, the entertainment show is on like episode 50 and you know, live in the line. Man, we've had so many live in the lines now, and then straight through the ropes, and then, you know, Brian be playing, and we got so much content now, man. TikTok, you know, TikTok's blowing up. But you know, what's next? What's next, right? Like what's next? What's coming in? So to let you guys know, after this 100th episode, the Beeline Web Show will be back on a regular routine again. We are going to go back in. Now you are going to be seeing a lot more of these type of shows where I'm going to have certain segments and certain things that I'm going to want to talk about on the web show. Since we do have the entertainment show, we're going to be doing a little bit different with entertainment show this year. We are going to still try to do the show off segment for people who want to come on and sing and, you know, cook, whatever you do, you know, whatever's entertaining. Definitely come on and show off, of course. But we're also going to be doing a lot of talk about movie and, you know, reviewing things and talking about trailers and, you know, different stuff like that, even like comic book conversations and stuff like that, Hulk versus Thor, and, you know, just a whole bunch of different stuff like that we're going to go through. We're going to have guests on. So the web show is going to be more me. It's going to be more things that I want to talk about, you know, whether it be political, whether it be the things that are happening, topical situations. We are going to be doing Brian B News. That's going to be a big thing coming back this year. But we are also going to do some talking with strangers segments. We are also going to do some interviews and have some people on as well. Yeah, that's kind of like the goal for where I'm going now. Like the web show starting at 101 is going to start building content that I enjoy, that I think you guys will enjoy. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. So if you are somebody who does want to come on, we are going to start putting the promotions back out. If you are interested in being a guest, if you are interested in talking about some stuff, listen, you're more than welcome to come on and tell everybody how you, like, you know, you just steal from your job, or I don't know, whatever story or, you know, shit you want to get off your chest or whatever. Definitely, you know, we may have like a new segment like that, like, you know, release the tension or some shit like that, you know, just talking like that. But let me know when you need me to come on. Listen, Shauna, definitely would love to have you as a guest as well. Like, you know, talk about what you guys are doing, you know, individually, or, you know, what you guys just want to talk about. If you want to just come on and vent, man, you need time to release. You know, we're definitely going to try to make room for that as well. But yep, live in the line will still be for the group conversations and stuff like that. We'll have different podcasters on. We'll have different guests on as well. And we're gonna keep going. We're gonna definitely keep going, yo. You know, a couple of things, other things that throughout the years, you know, we had a couple of catchphrases. You know, definitely COVID mania. COVID mania started with COVID. You know, of course, we started, you know, in June of 2020. And that was when, you know, COVID was happening, the whole George Floyd shit was happening. So it was a lot of stuff going on. So instead of saying, COVID, I was to say COVID mania, and COVID mania was a big deal. We even had shirts at one point. It's like COVID mania and shit. But I got COVID mania from I watched wrestling, and COVID mania and what was going on around that time was Kofi Kingston was winning the heavyweight championship, or everybody wanted him to win. So they did Kofi Mania, and so I just switched it to Kobe Mania. Yeah, I'm a genius. What the fuck you even tell you? But yeah. So Kobe Mania was a big one. Also, I don't know if I ever explained this, but I say something at the end of every single show, and it's throughout all my shows I do now. I just was doing it on the web show before, but now it's through every show that I do. And I close the show, which I'll close tonight as well. And I say, stay true, stay positive, and pay attention. Um, how I got to that little stupid mantra or whatever, I'm not intellectual at all. I tell my kids that shit. I've been telling my kids that shit for a long time. Like, stay true. Basically means just stay true to what you want to do, what you want to see, what you want to be, whatever you want to call it. Be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, and that's a process that I've had to go through just doing this or anything. Be honest with yourself. Don't do shit for other people. Don't do shit for anything else. Do shit for you. Stay true. Stay positive, because it's definitely hard to be positive. I am somebody who looks at shit with a negative slant consistently. I try to prepare myself for the worst, so if the worst happens, I can be prepared. That's just how I handle shit. But with that comes a negative way of looking at shit. So I always like to remind myself to try to be as positive as possible, even when shit's going bad. Like earlier, we were having issues with, some of the equipment and stuff like that. Bam, switch it out. Now everything's working fine. You continue to show goes on. Stay positive, man. It can get difficult to deal with situations. It can get difficult to deal with a lot of stuff, man, especially when it's important. But try your best. Try your fucking best, to stay positive. Just know that this is what I say to myself to help with the positivity or whatever. I say to myself, like, someday, and a lot of people use this shit, but someday I'm gonna look back at this shit and I'm gonna be laughing that I was so mad that it happened. I believe it or not, that shit works, because somewhere down the line you can think of at least one thing that you were stressing about and sweating super hard. You know what I really think about it with? Jobs. Those days where you had those jobs. We've all had those previous jobs, and you don't work there no more. But you think back and you remember back, damn, man, I remember when I was doing this, and it was that one day where I wanted to leave, but I couldn't quit, or I couldn't call out because I needed this job. And then you think back now and you don't got that job no more. That job don't mean shit no more. But at one point it was so important, yo. You know what I mean? Like, it was like so important for you to do all of that. But now that job don't mean nothing. So that's why it's like, there's always times that's going to be like that, bro. Yeah, shit is super important now. Oh, it's so bad. It's this and that. One day you're going to look back at life just like you looking back on that job and be like, man, fuck all of that. You got through it. It happened. It's done. And now you moved on in life to something else. Stay positive, man. It's hard. It's definitely hard. I'm not saying don't be naive. Like, still think about shit that can happen, but definitely stay positive. Stay positive, stay true, stay positive. And one of the biggest ones, pay attention, yo. Pay attention. I tell my kids this, religiously, because paying attention is the easiest way to stay prepared. It's the easiest way to get shit done. It's the easiest way to survive, man. Just that simple, yo. Just paying attention to your surroundings, just paying attention to what you're doing, just paying attention to what you need to do. Whatever the case may be, as long as your eyes are open and you are aware that things are going on around you, there's things that you need to do that's going on, whatever the case may be, you're going to get a lot further in whatever you're doing. So I say those three things. I live by those three things. And I hope that, there's somebody who watches the show and they hear that at the end of this thing and it speaks to them. I don't fucking know. It's just something that I believe, you know what I mean? That's the smallest part that I can give. Stay true, stay positive, pay attention, and, we'll always be back. You know what I mean? We'll always be back, man. Going into 2024, like, I haven't taken a break since I've, been back in. I've been on other people's shows. I've been on, different shows. We've been going hard since August. And now that we have like more of a team together, it's harder to stop or take a break or do anything like that. Like, consistently every week I'm in front of this microphone, I'm in front of this camera, and I'm speaking to you guys, man. And we ain't going nowhere. This is going to be the first full year I can pretty much see, unless some craziness happens, knock on wood or anything. But that we're gonna pretty much be consistently, whether it be wrestling, whether it be the web show, whether it be the entertainment show when it comes back, or even TikTok. We're building fast on TikTok. Yeah, listen, there's another big thing I want to say. Listen, I started off, I remember counting subscribers and stuff like that. We've done a lot of different things on YouTube. We have over 1,000 subscribers now. I want to thank you guys so much for all of the support and all of the love and all the people that I've met that went back and subscribed to the show and have watched us over the years. Like everything, I value every single person who has been a part of this with me, all the way. And I thank you guys so much for the love, for everything that has come with this process so far. We've been growing on TikTok. Like I've been begging people, I'm trying to go live. Let's go. I'm putting out stuff, whatever. And people have been liking it, man. I've been meeting a lot of new people, a lot of new friends. And, on TikTok's growing. So I'm trying to go on live on TikTok as well. So we'll have content up there as well. But listen, guys, thank you guys so much for 100 episodes of the web show. Thank you guys so much for all the other episodes everywhere else. Thank you for all the guests who have come on. I'm going to be trying to look back to see if I can link back up with some people to see where they're at. Maybe do like a where are they now kind of deal with the show, going into the future. But listen, man, also thank you guys so much for watching tonight. It's been an amazing episode. I feel amazing, like, just talking about everything like this and reliving this experience. But believe it or not, we honestly, I know it sounds cliche, but we have really only just begun. Like this has only just begun from Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk, even with commission talks. We have just begun, There's no telling what's going to be next with this situation. But guys, thank you so much. I'm not going to hold up too much more of your time. Get some sleep. Get ready for work. It is Tuesday. The Beeline Web Show is moving on to episode 101. And listen, thank you guys so much. Without a doubt, we ain't going through COVID mania no more, baby. We going to have more Halloween coming on the way. We going to have more Brian B. news. We going to have Talking with Strangers. We're going to have everything going forward, including the next episode. We will have a brand new intro for the Beeline Web Show with updated information. And we're going to go from there. Listen, guys, until next time, I need you guys to stay true, stay positive, and pay attention. And I love you guys. I love all you fucking people out there who watch. And I can't wait to see you guys and we'll see what's next, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys next week. I'm out.